Join the team. Yes!
Hey, this is the McGuire Review, and I have just returned from Origins 2017. We have got a ton of reviews queued up for the next couple months before Gen Con. There is a ton of early release games I was able to pick up at Origins that I am super excited about. Can't wait to get them on the table. And what I wanted to do was just show you guys a quick overview of Origins 2017 and what you might expect from a conference like that, and an overview of some of the games that I did pick up, with one very exclusive interview with Isaac Childress and his brand new game, Founders of Gloomhaven. So look for that in the video and hope you enjoy. So without further ado, Origins 2017. There are a ton of people here today. This is going to be awesome. We're about ready to go into the convention hall. We'll see you in there.
And these are really powerful. You know, they're great. They're well worth the venture out there, but they're really far away. They're really off the beaten path. So you have to figure out if it's going to be worth the risk to go for one of these loot cards, one of these rewards.
Okay.
So it's a dynamite game. I'd be glad to play any rounds or
who wants to sit down and play?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, do it. No, jump in, man.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I love to play this. It's fun. It is.
These are your meddling cards for this game, but you can play them at any time.
Okay.
Do you show other people?
Oh no, you keep them hidden to yourself. You only show them to other people when you want to play a card against them. Haha! Oh wow. Oh, Max, I got some good ones here, my friend. Alright, we'll roll to see who goes first. We'll roll the 10-sided die. Ooh, 5. Oh,
8.
Sean is in the lead so far. Oh boy.
There's 2 numbers better.
5.
Okay.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
Alright, so Sean, you are first to go. Now again, every time you roll a movement die or the battle die, you lose a breath.
And the movement die is the 6. Okay.
Correct, that's right. So yeah, you gotta figure out what you're going for next, and or what you're going for first, I guess. Oh,
This is tough.
wow. You gotta travel all the way up here, huh, for that Eye of Cyclops?
All right. I'm gonna go for the flowers first.
Good choice, good choice.
2. So then we take it and we go this way,
Go
right?
down any path that you want.
So is this first?
Yes.
Okay.
So 1, 2.
1, 2.
Yep. All right.
Then I move there.
That's right. Your turn. Oh my goodness, it's a Roaring Ram. A level 4. Let's see if you can defeat the Roaring Ram. Oh, so that's 1. Let's see you keep fighting. I know you can do it. Hey, there we go. But now you're down to 44 breath, but this has been destroyed, and now you can move 3 spaces in any direction on any of those paths. Ooh, all right, so 1, 2, 3. Now here's one other thing. If you ever occupy the same space as another character and they have something that you need, you can duel them for it, okay? But it's only if there's something that you need. So if Sean, for example, already had collected the Feather of Eagle, you could potentially duel him and steal it from him and then run away.
I do not need it.
But he doesn't have it, yes. But
Which
in
is
the
very
future,
lucky.
yes, if you ever share a space with somebody.
Alright, we are in the hall. Just stopped by Upper Deck. Picked up Quest for the Antidote. That game is awesome. I cannot wait to get it on the table. We are headed over to CMON here in a second to see what they got new for us for 2017.
The rainbow from the top?
But I can't match.
Well, right, but remember, there's only 5 colors of gems, but you have 6 colors. So you can have the top of 2 towers be the same color and still get the rainbow from above.
Come back and buy it.
one of these gyms are 3 rounds. We are starting in the middle of the game, so you're a little bit powered up. You have a little bit. There's more enemies. It really starts to heat up at that one time, so that's what we're doing it there.
Okay.
Oh, this was off 4. Sorry, someone was playing.
Oh,
ran through the last demo. I'm sorry.
Hey, just hanging out here with our friends at Mayday Games. We just finished up with the brand new Macroscope. I cannot wait to get that on the table. It is going to be awesome. We had a great time with it.
I'm going to go ahead and score this. This is a really good time to score this. So I don't have to steal it from me. So 12 times 2 is 24.
Wait until I get the wizard's tower.
That'll be awesome. So, sorry, I just started 24. I'm orange. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 20.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
This
So,
one?
yep, and you can shoot now if you want to. Let's see if you're close. So you have Assault guy, and his distance is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, you can't reach.
The next sphere that you generate, you're not going to use this level. You're going to use this
right.
level. So they get better and better as you go.
Cool. So that card will be level 2.
Yeah, so the
It'll
idea is that
automatically
there's
go.
15 of these cards. We only ever use 9 at a time. And each one does it.
You want a little clip in case you wanted to clip it to something?
Hey guys, it is day 2 here at Origins 2017, and there are a ton of board games out here this year that are coming for release. We have picked up quite a few, and I cannot wait to get them on the table and get those reviews out. So stay tuned. We're going to keep taking a look at everything we got here this year.
I am super excited. I want lots of board games.
I saw this yesterday. It's perfect for my children.
Hey guys, we're here with Chris from Brotherwise Games. He's going to run us through a brand new one called Unearth. Chris, do you want to go ahead and take us through?
Yeah, let me show you what we've got here. This is Unearth. This is the newest game that we've got out. This will be launching at Gen Con. We're showing it off here at Origins. We're also doing a pre-order campaign. You can get to that at brotherwisegames.com/unearth, where we've got it for a discount, free shipping, and some exclusive cards. Unearth was designed by Matthew Ransom and Jason Harner. They're a couple of first-time designers that we ran into at Gen Con a couple of years ago, and we're super excited about. We think we're going to see some great things from these guys. In Unearth, you are playing a delver, a tribe of delvers, trying to reclaim the glory of your long-lost civilization. So each player takes a colored set of dice. Each of those dice represents a delver. You've got your big 8-sided overseer, your 6-sided grunts, your 4-sided gatherer, and each of them has some strengths and weaknesses in the game. So essentially what you're trying to do is reclaim these lost runes, and each round you're rolling on these runes. So if I pick my overseer and send him out to get on that desert rune and try to claim that, each person gets a turn to try and compete for that rune. Once the value of all the dice on that rune meets or beats the claim value, the highest value die is going to claim that rune. In this case, we've got a tie. Now, it may seem as simple as a roll and see what happens game, but it's not. We call it bend your luck, because you're also able to play these Delver cards, which allow you to do things like modify the dice already on the table, or modify your rolls. Also, there's multiple paths to victory. So as you're rolling, whenever you roll a 1, 2, or 3, you pick up one of these stones, which are normally on the runes. And as you're picking them up, you add them to your tableau over here. And as you fill in a stone ring, you're going to put in one of the wonders when you meet its formula. In this case, I built a stone ring that meets the Eternal Flames formula of 3 yellow stones and 3 of anything else. I can put that in there and claim the Eternal Flame. It has its own powers, as do all the wonders. They allow you to do more bending of your luck. They also provide points so that if you're not rolling high and getting the runes, you are going to be collecting stones and creating wonders. Both paths to victory will work in the game. The whole game is really meant to be light, accessible. We call it dice placement light. Fans of Splendor, fans of Machikoro will enjoy Unearth a lot.
no dice got rolled. You shot spines like a shooting porcupine. So you have to save against 2 hits.
Yeah, I'll get it. Your turn.
Alright, 6 and 6. And then 4 for these two. Not 4 twice.
Pull quickly.
Just one layer at a time. So when I print the Moana book tomorrow, it'll take about 4 hours. Time, right? It's like half a school day.
Hey guys, I'm here with Jeff, and he is the designer to Moonquake Escape. He's going to run us through from Breaking Games. Jeff, you want to take us through?
Well, perfect, but first of all, Josh, you mispronounced it because it's Moonquake Escape.
There you go.
It takes place on this desolate planet at the edge of the galaxy where the most evil, vile alien criminals have been sent, and that would be us players. But when the engineers selected this world, they didn't realize that it had an unstable molten core. And they also vastly underestimated the extreme gravitational stress of the moon that orbits around this planet. So when they decided to build a prison here, and then bury it deep under the surface like you do most alien prisons these days, they didn't realize that these factors would combine into a massive moonquake which destroys the prison and allows all us alien criminals to escape to the surface, where amidst all of this chaos we realize at the same moment, hey, wait a second, there's only one rocket left, and the first one of us can get there will escape, and for the rest of us, our death sentence. Alright, so that's the exciting setting for Moonquake Escape. Now, how do you play the game? Well, it's pretty straightforward. Every player is going to have an alien on the board, and you're also going to have an alien card. Now, if you can keep your alien card face down at the end of a game turn, you're going to be able to move closer to the rocket, launch the rocket, and win the game. Now, if another player turns over your alien, you're going to be stuck in place while they're moving forward. So as a player, your first job is pretty simple, and that is find a few more cards to hide your alien. Okay, so basically, what is this game? Well, it's the movies Alien and Escape from Alcatraz, meets a little 3-card Monty, meets the spin cycle of your washing machine, and that's the game that we would play. Now, just to finish this general orientation of the game, 2 important things you probably want to know about these cards. I've hidden my alien with these, and you're going to be turning them over trying to find me. Now, most of the cards that you turn over are going to say, hey, you missed me, right? But you might find a card that has a bad effect on me, or maybe a rebounding effect on you. So it's not so straightforward to find my alien. Now, the other thing is that you're going to find some useful equipment on the way to the top that's going to help you with the hazards on this planet. Now, the energy shield is pretty useful because what I can do with that is I can protect a card. Now, normally it takes you 1 action to see if this is my alien. It's going to take 2 actions to see what that card is. So now we get to play a little bluffing game. Is that my alien, or have I set a devious trap for you? A very fun part of the game. Now, a game turn is pretty straightforward. A game turn begins with the Moonquake phase. Now, in the Moonquake phase, the board is going to change its shape. So the moon is going to orbit to a player who will spin the moon. Now, what is the result? The result in this case was a 3. So every player is going to add 3 charges to their status card. That means this turn, every player can take 3 actions. We're also going to roll the Quake die once for each level to see how the massive Moonquake is changing the shape of the board just before we all get ready to move. Now, in the escape phase, we're going to simply evaluate. Was I able to keep my alien hidden? If I was, I can move forward to the next level. Now, each space on a level has a terrain type, which is some sort of limit to your actions. But each space also has a bonus action that you get for free. So depending on what's happening in your hand and the rest of the game, you're going to have to make a choice about what makes the most sense for you. Now, if your alien was face up, you don't get to move, but you get more cards. More cards, easier to hide, and a key tiebreaker. The next part of a turn is the action phase, where all players get to use their charges for actions. We might make more equipment ready. We might add more cards to our hands. I might move to another space and steal equipment from you. Or you might zap me and stop me in my tracks. Finally, there's the guard phase. Yes, there is a robotic prison guard looking to capture all the escaped aliens. We probably want to avoid it. But if you can evade all of those dangers and get to the launch pad, you can launch the rocket, a Moonquake Escape! Now, anybody that learns about Moonquake Escape at a demo at a convention, I always offer up a little moon pie surprise as a reward. But I never just give it away, they've got to earn it. And Sarah right here is going to try to earn her moon pie. And what we do is we set up just this very simple scenario. Sarah has 3 charges. My alien is on the launch pad right now, ready to leave the planet with this moon pie, unless she can find my alien amongst these 4 cards, one of which has a shield over it. So what Sarah is going to do is use the zap action, which costs 1 charge. And she's going to be able to look at one of these 3 cards to see if it's my alien, or she could choose to get rid of the shield and take another zap action to look at that card. So Sarah, for your first zap action, where is my alien? That one? Ah, she didn't find my alien. She found a prison guard card. And in this case, the prison guard moves unexpectedly to my location. Now, if I don't have a backup plan to deal with the guard could stop me, giving you a chance to catch me later. But your job to win my moon pie is to find my alien. So with your next to last charge, am I under this shield or am I not? Ah, you found my alien. Great job, Sarah. Now, what would have happened had you picked this card? Ooh, the Aftershock card. Now, this is a purple card, so it affects every player. Every player would have had to take a piece of equipment that was ready and make it not ready. This energy shield is suddenly not there without you taking an action. What was under here? Ah, the Lucky Shot card. Now, this is a yellow card and has a bad effect on me. I unexpectedly lose a charge and wind up with no charges. I need a charge to launch the rocket. Now, if I don't have a backup plan like a piece of equipment to launch the rocket, that could have foiled me right there. So, in this exercise, I know what the dangers are in my hand. I don't know what Sarah's going to pick, but that might influence which card I put the shield over. Now, I might have had another green card in my hand, which really has a bad effect on Sarah. If she'd picked this card, I'd be able to look at one of your cards and maybe find your alien. But I don't actually ever play this card on Sarah. She picks it and plays it on herself. Now, I might have had a little extra fun by setting it up as a trap for her to fall for. And then how the game ends is that multiple players get on this launch pad. And when more than one player can launch the rocket, the one with the most face-down cards launches the rocket to win the game. And what that means is that I'm going to be turning over your cards, and you're going to be turning over my cards. And as a result, all of these unexpected circumstances start happening. And whoever has the best plan B is going to escape, because your plan A never survives the moonquake. Sarah, your moon pie. You're welcome.
#1 camera ever. It's like you got this crappy cell phone camera with all this fancy equipment that helps you get the right stuff. Are you recording video and I'm talking through it? It's fine.
Let's go find your brother. Y'all have a wonderful day.
Yours, I can see. And those two maybe depend on fighting style.
This guy contended that he could rip this off, throw it at your head, and then he's got a bow stab. It's the only range weapon.
Hey, this is the McGuire Review, and we are here with Isaac Childress, who is the designer of the epic board game Gloomhaven, which just had a huge Kickstarter, awesome on the second print. He is here with us to go over the next game that he's working on, which is called Founders of Gloomhaven. So, Isaac, if you want to just kind of maybe take us through the various components that we got here with the game, and what an overview of this game would look like from a mechanics perspective.
Sure, yeah. So this is a city building tile placement game where you are doing actions through a sort of an action selection system with these cards here. It's like a basic rundown might be like a combination of like Concordia and Puerto Rico. Basically, you're playing cards from your hand, and then you do actions based on that, but then everyone else around the table gets to follow your action. If you do something, someone else can do the same thing, so you're sort of looking around the table, trying to guess what other people are going to be doing and plan around that. So you've got cards, and you can recruit more cards from that offer over there throughout the course of the game to make your deck bigger. So these are the race mats here, so everyone is going to start with a unique race. And
cool.
They're going to have a special power associated with that race, and each race also controls a resource. So the central mechanic of the game is that each race controls a resource. There are 8 total. And so like in a 4-player game, everyone's going to be controlling 2 resources. But you can't just use your own resources to win the game. You've got to use other people's resources to combine them into more advanced resources and then deliver those out to point buildings to earn points. So that's sort of what I set up here. Like the green player has combined like metal and knowledge to create machinery, and then combine that machinery with livestock to make this cloth over here, and then he's delivered it to this shipyard to get a bunch of points.
Okay. All right, excellent. So if we look at this board, I'm assuming that these, and tell me if I'm wrong, but we've got like some different areas on the board. I'm assuming those are the different kind of resource areas throughout the the land that we have here.
Well, yeah. So those are different. Well, there are 3 sections of the city. Sort of broken up by this river and this wall here. For you next, right, because there is already government on the board, is to combine those books with jewelry to make the government. But in order to do that, you've got to import one of these neutral resources. So I'd say a good move for you next would be to play your trade action, which is going to be what allows you to import this neutral resource out onto the board.
Okay.
And then from that you could build jewelry, and from that you could build government. That's probably gonna get you a lot of points. So yeah, I mean you can put this anywhere on the board. It's gonna be cheaper for you to put it in the red spaces. That's probably the best space for you. Put it in the red space. Though you are kind of locked in here. Oh no, you got this bridge out to this red zone over here. So maybe like just drop it in one of these red spaces out here.
Okay. Do I need to connect it to something I've built already?
No. When you're importing a new resource, you can place it anywhere on the board. Those are like your starting locations.
Okay.
It's going to cost you 3 coins.
1, 2, 3.
So what you're doing is you're importing a neutral resource, but then also buying access to it, so it costs a significant amount of money. So he played the trade action, so now we're all going to follow a trade action. So you don't have to play cards from your hand. You're just you could either do the follow trade action, which is sort of similar to that. You can import a new resource or buy access to an existing resource, but only on a red or white space. Or you can do a basic follow action, which is just to take an influence or build a road or take a coin. So you got plenty of money over there. I don't know, you might just want to like take an influence so that you can have good. Though I don't know, all these buildings are pretty good for you. I don't know if it really matters which one comes out, because influence is going to help you decide during the vote like which one of those buildings is going to come out.
All right, and what's the cost to bring these out?
Oh, well, that happens when we call a vote.
Okay.
So when you get your cards back, like you're playing cards out, when you get them back, you call a vote, and that's when we vote on these using influence to decide which one gets built. But yeah, so maybe as a follow action, you can just grab an influence.
Okay.
So it's one of the white crystals. It's a fleeting influence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, fleeting influence.
Yeah. Just put it on your board. Then what I'm going to do, I feel like I'm a little bit farther behind here. I'm going to build a road as my follow action. maybe put it right there, so I can sort of start connecting up to this stuff over there. Right then, and then
that was
Rob,
my turn?
Yeah,
okay.
that was your
Rob,
turn.
Your
with the
turn.
Trade action.
And then it gets discarded
there.
over there, and...
So what might be a good thing for you to do? You got already control of your machinery. So you still need to get your cloth together, right? So you want to combine the machinery right here with the livestock up here to create cloth.
Okay.
So actually that might have been a good trade action for you to do as well, was just to buy access to that resource. Maybe you should take that back, like put the influence back, pay 2 coins, and put a token under here instead of just grabbing the influence. I didn't see that you needed that. So it goes on the bottom.
Oh, that's right, because he owns it.
Yeah. So it's a neutral resource. Any points that get paid out to that always go to the bank because it's neutral.
Oh, okay, that's neutral.
All right. So unfortunately, you don't have a road there yet. But now that you have access to it, do you have a upgrade action in your hands? You can play that, and then so you can build an advanced resource and also construct 2 roads. So you're going to need to do that because you're not connected to this resource yet.
Right.
But you got the roads to do that with that action. So I would play that action next. So you're going to do an upgrade action. You're going to build an advanced resource plus 2 roads.
Okay.
So what you want to do is build cloth, which is this building, because this is going to combine your machinery with your livestock.
All right. And where's a good place to build it?
So this needs to be connected to both of its prerequisites, right? So it needs to be connected to the livestock that you have access to, which you do, plus your machinery right here. So normally, you got this wall here, but you've already built a bridge. So all the stuff, you consider all this stuff connected to each other because you've got that bridge. So I don't know, what I would do is maybe build some roads, maybe at least 1 road right there to connect up to that livestock, and then you can put down...
And the roads are okay diagonally?
Yeah, diagonals are adjacent. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can put down this cloth like pretty much wherever you want, like next to this series of roads.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's not, you own that as well, but it's not adjacent.
Yeah. I wasn't sure that these were squares I could build in, but...
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah, you should have delivered that to that as well.
All right. And then do I put a disc on it?
Yeah, so you're going to put your disc on it, you're going to pay 6 coins. Which you have. Great. Alright, and so when that happens, we pay out points to the prerequisite resources. Okay. So neutral points just go to the bank, so that doesn't matter. He doesn't get anything. But you're going to get 4 points for using your machinery to build your cloth. So you get 4 points, but also you also have to pay out the points on the machinery again. So you take those 4 points. 1 of them is going to go to you, because you own the knowledge.
Alright, well, hopefully you enjoyed that, and as you can see, we have quite a few games and various products to get through. So with that, look forward to some awesome reviews over the course of the next couple months leading up to Gen Con 50. So hit that like, click the subscribe below to join the team, ring the bell. This has been the McGuire Review, and we'll see you next time.
Join the team. Yes!